Just about the biggest problem facing every motorist in our towns and cities is finding a place to park. These motorists here are some of the lucky ones. Others are far less fortunate in finding a spot to leave their cars. Today, parking is as much a headache to the motorist as it is to the authorities who've got to provide parking places for motorists. Multi-storey car parks, one-way traffic systems, parking meters, no parking, restricted parking in our streets, all these have been tried in an attempt to lessen the congestion in our towns. And next week in Cardiff, they'll be trying something else.
Well, by this reason, they will be walking about the towns. They will notice where the main obstructions are caused and what is causing it. And by helping the motorist to find parking space, it will certainly ease the problem of obstruction in the town centre.
Now, exactly what are their duties? What powers have they got, and what can they do and what can't they do?
Well, their powers are laid down by an Act of Parliament, and so far as Cardiff is concerned, they will direct their attention mainly to the parked car in the street which is causing an obstruction, or which is left in a no waiting area or in a limited waiting area. They will seek the cooperation of the motorist by directing him to a place where he can leave his car where it will not cause any obstruction to other traffic.
And what about the men you've chosen to do this job? What sort of backgrounds have they got?
The applications came from a very good cross-section of the public, from all walks of life, and of those we have appointed as traffic wardens, a very large proportion have been in the armed forces. And we find that that type of person would make an excellent traffic warden.
Now, is the efficiency of these traffic wardens going to be judged by the number of prosecutions which they institute?
Oh, certainly not. Not by any means. The traffic warden is there to help the motorist, and we do hope that the motorist will also help the traffic warden.
Well, that's the point of view of the police, but what's the reaction of the motorists to the introduction of traffic wardens in Cardiff? How do they feel about it?
Well, if they exercise their powers as they're supposed to and help the motorist, they can be very useful. But if they can adopt, well, if they're going to usurp their powers and take police powers, they can be a darn nuisance.
Well, I feel that, as I say, I think they are essential because it does mean a fair share of diminishing parking facilities for everybody. I think it does share it out to a certain extent.
Well, if they're going to approach the job trying to help the motorists find places to park, all well and good. But if they're just going to drive them from one place to another, well, then we won't get anywhere at all.
Well, I don't think it'll make much difference.
Why do you say that?
For the simple reason that the police are doing the job at the moment. It's just a question that instead of the police doing it, traffic wardens will do it. So we won't be any better off or worse off.
Providing they're reasonable enough and providing that they do their duty without excessing any authority, well, it's a good idea.
Well, not terribly happy, frankly. It's another infringement on civil liberties. Something slightly underhand, like traffic wardens, like radar speed traps again. For central Cardiff, though, I must admit it's perhaps not a bad idea, just in order to keep the streets clear. But generally speaking, not good.